Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, off-season playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. End of the summer. This will be going up in August, Coach.
That's man.
We'll both the stress for both of us, because we're in education, will be starting to slowly pick up.
Well, God. It's kind of stress and excitement at the same time.
It is. I tell people I have 30. This will be year 36 for me, and I tell people it is the most unique job in the sense that you have a start and an end.
That's what makes it beautiful.
It is. I think so. I think the energy from the kids, which that I will miss, and the stop and the start. Like there's an end. There's very few things in life do you start and actually finish.
And very few professions have that. And it's one of the great things about teaching, as hard as it is and as exhausting as it is, there's an end, and you're in your I'm going into my 30th year. You're going into 36. Then it's a new start, and there's excitement.
And it's like every year is different. Every year has its challenges. Every class is different. Every year is different. It is. It's
like every team is different.
It is like every team, and it's like I'm telling you, I tell my kids, find something you love to do, something you're good at, something that will pay you well, and you'll never work a day in your life. So.
You have to view it that way.
You do. And it's like, I've never gone to work.
No.
I've had days it's been hard, but I haven't never gone to work. It's been fun. I know.
Go to school, not to work.
Yeah. I'm going to school. I'm still going to school. All right. So today we're going to talk about the 4 indicators of commitment, but this kind of leads into, let's talk about your Better Coaches OS, because I know you've been working hard on it this summer.
Yeah. It's my second course. I had Team Leader OS as the first one, and spent a lot of time. I really put most of it together through the basketball season last year, and then into the spring, I finalized it. And, as coaches, we go to clinics, we talk about the X's and O's all the time, but it's all those other things that matter so much, a lot of what we talk about. And so I created a course, about 5 hours of video. It's 10 modules, 36 lessons. The modules start with, why do you coach? It gets into organization 101, communication 101, culture wins, leadership matters, building commitment, which is what we're talking about today. motivation, mindset, practice planning, game strategy, and then the art of coaching, and a couple bonus modules in there, like the head coach interview. If you're looking to be a head coach, I've got a module that, I've interviewed hundreds of people in my role as a principal. I've interviewed to be a head coach as well. So I really tried to take all of what I've learned in my career, the best things and what I continue to learn, and put it in a course. And so, yeah, it's I kicked it off.
So what's the
beginning of
difference
summer.
between the two courses? So Better OS is for the Better Coaches OS is for coaches. What's the other one?
The Team Leader OS is for coaches to develop team leader within their program. It's strictly leadership, and it's it basically first part of the video course is to develop coaches and their leadership skills and guide them kind of in a train the trainer model so that they know how to implement this with their team.
Okay.
And then the second portion is me giving lessons to the team. There's 20 lessons, and I made it flexible so a coach can do it themselves, or if they want the kids hear another voice, they can press play and watch a 3-minute video of me talking to the kids about a concept. And so
I love that.
It's a systemic way, flexible, systemic way. And then I got like 300 pages of resources on leadership.
Right. Yeah, we've all done that. That's a great that it's kind of it's in one big bucket. So,
and it's flexible because we know how it is. Like
there's
most coaches, they want to do it their way, but they want a guide to help them along the way.
Well, and the thing is, it's like you got a Tuesday and you got some time. Like maybe I'm playing 3 games because there's been a snow day. I don't know. It's like sometimes you have to throw things out. I will put all the links and stuff down below in the show notes for people too.
Perfect.
So four indicators of commitment.
Yeah. So, I talk about commitment. I think a couple podcasts ago, we talked about the 4 seasons of commitment, the preseason, the in season, the postseason, the off season, and now the 4 indicators. And number one, if you just think about how do we know if our kids are committed, what do we ask of our kids? And I think at the very basic level, step 1 is to show up, right? I mean, we need kids to show up at the things we need to obviously practice, but even in the summer, they need to show up at things. That's kind of phase 1. It's the obvious one of commitment, is be there, be present. It's like in school, we need you to be there. Your attendance matters, right?
Right. It's the first thing. You got to actually be there before I can teach you
there.
something.
Yeah. And then the second one is to give your best effort, right? So you show up, that's step 1. Your second one is to give the very best effort that you can. And I think, Gino Ariama had that great little video talking about, I don't coach attitude and effort. You know what I mean? Like that should be a given when you show up, and it really should. The third one though, is where it starts differentiating, and that's commitment to self-improvement. So there's a lot of people that show up every day and they work hard, but they're not able to take feedback from coaching and improve, or they go through the motions. They don't have a purpose to what they're doing, and they don't really take the next step.
And they're not willing to stumble, I think, a little bit. At least for me, that was a hard thing for me because I was a perfectionist. It's like you got to fail sometimes to figure out, ooh, that doesn't work. And
it's kind of that fixed growth mindset, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that show up and work hard, but as soon as something struggles, as soon as they hit a roadblock, they don't overcome it. So that's a level of commitment to me, because you need to be able to have that mindset of self-improvement, and the great ones do. Yes. The Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, they're never satisfied. They always wanted to get better.
And you've been in admin too. It's like, I went through all the education classes. I read all the education books, but to be honest with you, until they picked me up and threw me into the deep end, it's like, there's an art to it. There's a science to it. There's it's a little bit of like, whoa, that didn't work. Let's try something. And you got to be willing to that was not a great parent phone call. Like, what did I do wrong? And that self-evaluation, that was I didn't do this. Next time I need to do this better. It's like, I had to learn some of those things. I'm sure my admin.
And as coaches, we have to model. That's really one reason I created this Better Coach OS. Like, you and I are doing this podcast. We've been in this 36 years.
Right.
I mean, I get better just by having these conversations with you. We all do.
Right.
You can't ever be satisfied. And I think the best coaches are always striving to learn more. And maybe it's just a few things, but they they're valuable and they make them better, and they keep them at it. And so that self-improvement, I think, is really, really big. And then the fourth one, you show up, you give your best effort, you have this commitment to get better and improve. And the fourth one is team first, and understanding how you fit within a team, because there are a lot of people, and I've had experiences of this with, I mean, players I've coached, and even people that I just knew that I never coached, but they'll go out and they'll go to the YMCA and they'll play basketball, and they're a great one-on-one player and they want to challenge everyone, but they have no concept of a team, and they have no concept how they fit in a team. And so when you're playing a team sport like basketball, one of your commitments is, okay, I'm showing up, I'm working hard, I'm getting better myself. How do I fit myself into the concept of team with roles and defining roles? And not a lot of people, not everyone can do that.
No.
The best ones can. And so to me, that's that fourth indicator of commitment.
Did you scale these as far as difficulty? Because I think they're almost, how you listed them was the easiest ones to show up. The hardest one is team first. At least
I think
me.
I think team first can be pretty easy. You know, like
Yes.
there are people that can
are.
show up and, you know, work hard, and they're all in on the team, and they don't really apply themselves to get better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they can be team guys and find their
So
role,
maybe
but
3 and 4 are the ones that I think 1 and 2 are. I agree.
But I really think that self-improvement one is such a critical one. And it's like, how do you challenge players at practice to take the next step and to get better, and to like give them a goal at each practice or each workout? Like those people are purposeful.
Yes.
You know,
yes. It's those small little hurdles.
You know, I'll just give you an example of this. I had our senior point guard who was a 4-year starter, Hunter Lawrenson. He's going to play Division II basketball. He got a scholarship. He's undersized. He's about 5'9", 5'10", but just heart of a champion. And,
that's why he's playing D2.
Yeah, that's why he's playing D2.
I've never seen him play. I'm guessing that's why he's playing
6'3" sophomore.
Yeah.
His brother's a 6'3" sophomore, a very high ceiling. But yeah, that's why he's D2. And but I remember him coming to 3rd, 4th grade camp, and we would do these. I always do these shooting challenges, and I do these, you know, basically how many layups can you make? I call them elbow layups, where, you know, you got to run, touch the elbow layup, and as many as you can make in a minute. And I always let the younger kids use their strong hand. The older kids, I have them use their weak hand. Well, Hunter in 3rd grade is using his weak hand. I didn't even ask him. Right. But that's this commitment to improve and be better. Like, he didn't care about winning. He wanted to get better. Right. And the great ones have that.
They do. There's something. I know people say it, but there's something. I know. All right. Anything else, Coach?
No, I think that's it.
All right,
Thanks.
that was great. Yep.